What's up, everybody? It is Marvel Nerd 2015 here, and we're gonna be doing today is creating the Human Torch and Johnny Storm in Roblox Superhero Life number 2. So he was actually suggested many times, so I actually just decided to create him. So now let's just get straight into the tutorial. Once you have gotten into any available character slot, the first thing you need to do is go to basic information and of course name him. So his name is Johnny Storm. Very easy, just like that. For his backstory, you can add one, but I don't. For his alignment, I just recommend good and lawful. For his abilities, I recommend Inferno Punch, make it orange. Fire Blast, make it orange again. Then after that, you're going to give him a healing factor because he is a very durable character. And finally, Flight. So for his skin color, you're just going to give him this peach skin color. I think that actually suits him very well. That style doesn't really matter, but for his transformation style, I just recommend Fire. So now we're just going to go straight to suits and give him a full suit. Make it this blue color because I actually think that looks pretty accurate. Okay, so now for his armor. You're going to give him wrist armor, just make it black. And you're also going to give him gloves, again, just make it black. So, the reason I gave him wrist armor is so it looks like extended gloves. So for his chest armor, you are going to give him a belt, just make it black. You're also going to give him upper armor, again, just make it black. And you are going to give him an emblem, of course, just make it a circle emblem. And make it this white color. Use this brick texture so it can kind of look like a 4. Then edit the edges and make them black. Then use the first texture so there's no brick texture. So yeah, there you go. So now you're gonna give him boots, tall super boots, and again make them black. Okay, so now for his eyebrows, you're just gonna give him happy eyebrows. Okay. For his eyes, he's going to have to need happy eyes because he is a pretty happy character. And for his mouth, again, a happy mouth because I just think it really suits him well. And for his hair, you're actually going to give him Roblo Hunk because that is actually pretty accurate to the comics. And you're just going to make it this blonde color because I actually think that looks pretty good. So yeah, that's basically how you make Johnny Storm. Once you have swapped identities, the first thing you have to do is go to basic information and name him. So his name is the Human Torch. Very easy, just like that. And now for his skin color, I just recommend this third red. I actually think that looks pretty accurate. Okay, so now you are going to give him gloves, just generic gloves. Make them the fourth orange, and then use the glowing texture. So yeah, it actually looks pretty good so far. And of course you are going to give him pants. Just give him normal pants. Make them the darkest red, then use the glowing texture again. And for his shirt, you're going to do the same thing you did to the pants to the actual shirt. And actually use a dress shirt because it covers the whole torso area. So yeah, that actually looks very cool. So you are going to give him shoes. Just give him normal shoes. Again, make them the fourth orange. Then use the glowing texture. Okay. So, you're actually going to give him an accessory. You're going to give him a leather belt. Just make it black. So there can kind of be a separation. And on his suit, there's the black line right there. So yeah, kind of it's kind of the design of his suit. So yeah, I actually think that works well. Okay, so for his eyebrows, you're just going to give him angry eyebrows. I think those actually work very well. For his eyes, just neutral eyes work. I think that's pretty good. For his mouth, I recommend a sad mouth because I want to see him with an angry face. Okay, so for his hair, I recommend you give him the spiked hair. I actually think that looks pretty good. And make it again the fourth orange and use the glowing texture. So yeah, that's basically how you make the Human Torch. So here is Johnny Storm, and I'm actually very happy with his design. It actually looks very accurate in my opinion. I mean, the overall blue color is actually pretty spot on. I think the overall design is very accurate, and I'm also very happy with the way his face turned out. I think that actually captures the character very well. And I think his hair actually turned out pretty cool. I honestly think it's actually pretty accurate to the comics, and it's probably the best hair you can use for him. Well, of course, the comic version. The only thing I will change about the design is actually add a 4 on the circle emblem. But I think the texture actually looks well enough. So yeah, that's basically Johnny Storm. So let's just transform, and I'm actually very happy with his transformation style. It actually looks very accurate to the way it does in the comics and the movies. So yeah, let's just do that again. And for his his when he's all fired up, I'm actually very happy with it. I wish the skin tone can be a glowy skin color too, just like the torso and the legs. But sadly it cannot. But honestly, I still think it actually looks pretty cool. And the reason he's not all orange is because in the comics he was actually his primary color was red. And I'm actually very happy with the way he turned out. The only thing I wish is I could add his design from his suit, the whole design. But yeah, that's really it. I'm actually very happy with him. So now let's get on to the abilities. For the abilities, I did give him an Inferno Punch. So yeah, there you go. It actually looks pretty cool, even if you're looking like that. It's just such a great power for him. And when you have it on and you run, you can see it's there's a trail. So I really love that, honestly. That's a very nice detail. And I also did give him a Fire Blast, of course. And there you go. It's actually very awesome, and it's so effective, as you can see. I honestly really love it. It's probably one of my favorite abilities. So yeah, it's actually very cool. Okay, and I also did give him a healing factor because he is a very durable character. And for his final ability, I did give him flight, of course, and whoa, that was actually very crazy. So yeah, because he can fly in the comics and stuff. And I actually think the flight position works well for him. I just kind of wish, he had a fire trail. But there is a glitch to do that. So yeah, that's basically his ability. So overall, I'm actually very happy with the way his abilities turned out. I think they're all pretty accurate. So overall, I'm actually very happy with the way he turned out. I think he actually might be one of my best creations yet. Just because of this Johnny Storm, it just looks so accurate. So in the comments below, tell me your thoughts on this creation. Also, how can I improve it? Finally, who should I create next? So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to like and subscribe. So, bye guys!